Hey everyone, Cholera here with Kenny again, and this is set 5 of the Tribe StarCraft All-Star League. This time we've got Yellow Arnak. I mistakenly called him Luxury last game, oops. And he is going to be facing the formidable Leta. You know, Yellow Arnak also got eliminated in the round of 16 in both Star Leagues, I believe. Once by the hands of Stork and Zerg in a pretty long tiebreaker in the OSL, and then once at the hands of Zero in the MSL. Zero, of course, kind of a cock block, if I might be impolite and say that, because he knocked out two players I liked a lot, at least, Savior and Yellow Arnak, only to get completely just worked by Luxury. And just dominated, you know, just basically he fizzled out and just disappeared into nothingness. But that's besides the point here. Yellow Arnak gonna be facing Leta, and Yellow Arnak is certainly a player who plays a good standard game. Sometimes he can mix it up. He's got very good two-hatch Mutalisks. Flash will tell you that from getting eliminated by him a season ago in one of the Star Leagues. And he's also he's recently become more creative than he was in the past. Usually it was just Luxury doing the new stuff, but Yellow Arnak has done lots of interesting stuff recently, especially one other game you should check out is his game against Up Magic on Harmony, where he used a Lurker Rush to great success. And we'll see what happens here. This is going to be Leta versus Yellow Arnak on Destination.
Yeah, you guys ready to see some Terran versus Zerg tech, or mech should I say, I guess? Usually that would be the thing that a lot of people have been using these days, again on iCup and in the pros on Destination. Then again, I wouldn't say that's necessarily going to be the strategy used. It's just extremely powerful, and a lot of people opt to do some sort of mech build against Zerg on this matchup just because of the bridges and how powerful it can be. Really though, I gotta say, this will turn out to be an interesting matchup, and I think really a mind game, because these two players, of course, being on the same team, probably practice with each other quite often, and they probably know a lot about each other's play styles, and yeah, I mean, their strategies and everything. And as you can see, again, some more antics in the booth, typing to each other. Leta just having a fun day today. And I gotta say, that's what I've always liked about Leta. He's always been kind of the happy-go-lucky guy. And anyways, the countdown is going now, so we'll be playing on Destination, as Caller said earlier, and looks like we're going to have Leta in the top position of Destination in the color blue, and Yellow Arnak in the bottom in the color pink, I believe. And yeah, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think Leta's actually green, but that's all right. And Yellow Arnak looks like he's purple, and he's going to be facing most likely, like you said, a mech build, or possibly some kind of 8-racks nonsense. We've seen that a couple times too. Very aggressive openings from players like Firebat Hero and Flash have worked well in this map, because what they'll do is they'll put up a forward racks, and then they'll go for a bunker rush of some sort, and then they'll float the racks back, and you can make a Zergling-proof wall with two supply depots and a barracks. And let's see. I have no idea what that is. I was going to try to interpret it, but not even going to try. Looks like we're going to see a 9 drone scout here from Yellow Arnak, so he's definitely going to play it carefully. And he can do two things with this. He can harass the SCV building the barracks, and he can also see whether Leta is going to go mech or go for any kind of proxy cheese or anything like that. And Leta might be going for that. Well, he might just be scouting, actually. It doesn't seem like he's going to be doing any kind of proxy because he went supply depot first. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see both of these players scouting very early.
Yeah, that one thing Zergs have been doing to counter this is, as you saw, Yellow setting out a very early drone scout, and Leta picking this up, and he's going to try to block with an SCV. Basically, what they do is, as Caller was saying, they attack the SCV, building the barracks, and they check to see what's going on. Are they indeed going for some sort of mech build? Are they going to do some sort of 2 racks pressure, 1 racks into expansion? Really, it's a great way to get into their base before they're able to block you off. And what the heck is going on here? Blocking a hatchery from going down. Leta being
seen that.
a little bit sneaky himself. So now I don't know why he's pulling out so many
What?
drones
He
here. This
doesn't
is a
need that
little
many
bit,
drones.
that's a little bit crazy there. I would just throw down a
What?
pool and go early pressure. This is
What?
really, really weird. I don't know what is going on here. But I guess Yellow being a better player than both of us combined, but that is definitely odd. I've not seen that done too often at this high level of play. I guess he really, really needs that expansion, so he's going to get it down as fast as he possibly can. And there we go. We see the block now, so mech incoming for Leta. That wasn't much of a surprise, but it's just so powerful on this map, so that's what he's going to go, and probably the delay of that hatchery was so huge that could play a huge factor later in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Delay of the hatchery and delay of the spawning pool. I am just hugely surprised. I also don't know whether Yellow got in his drone scout. I don't think he did though. There's probably, yeah, I highly doubt he managed to get in. So he's been denied scouting, but I've got to think he's going to assume it's going to be a mech. And yeah, he's. Ooh, interesting enough, he was just scouting on the right side, making sure it wasn't a proxy also. But that was really bizarre by Yellow Arnak. He pulled 6 drones to kill an engineering bay, and that engineering bay was cancelled with only 1/4 of its cost lost. So for the price of about 30 minerals, Leta managed to delay the natural expansion, delay the pool, and also get Yellow Arctic to pull 6 drones. 6 drones from mining this early is just huge. I mean, Leta just got a huge gift. Basically, Yellow Arctic was like, "Merry Christmas, Leta. Let me get you a couple of, let me give you 300 minerals for free." And looks like, wow, we are going to see 2-port rates. This is a Leta special. Leta really loves doing this, and he's great with 2-port rates. So he's going to be going for this build, and then following up, well, it's going to be it's going to be preceded rather by a vulture harass, and Yellow Arctic having a good scout everywhere around his base, making sure there's no proxies. But he's going to have to watch out for these rates.
Yeah, definitely. Leta being the Wraith specialist these days, really a lot of powerful Wraiths. Casted a couple games where he has done this strategy, and it's a very good strategy because it's got so many follow-ups. Really, you can go straight into mech after that, or a lot of the time what people will do is exactly what he did last game, as we saw, where he follows it up with Marine and Medic, and he's sneaking a Vulture
Oh
by
man.
here, and the Sunken was not down in time, so Yellow again having to pull off drones just to block the Vulture from getting up. And if that Vulture gets in, that would be really huge. I don't know if he's just going to sit back. He's being a little bit lazy with that Vulture there, trying to sneak another buy perhaps, I don't know. But right now, again, denying any sort of mining going on at the expansion, and really Luxury is just sitting there, I mean, Yellow, I apologize, is just sitting there with his drones not mining at all, so complete waste of mining time so far, and Yellow, I gotta say, is just hugely behind by all this economic delay that Leta has been putting on him, and he does have his Hydra out now, and he did see those Wraiths incoming, but now he's going to have to constantly create Overlords in order to deter the Wraiths, which are coming from Leta very soon to his base.
Very, very exacting play from Leta here. I definitely like it. Yellow Arnak put up a den pretty early on, but I'm surprised he didn't make any Hydras. I mean, I think it all comes down to the fact that he pulled 6 friggin' drones to kill a half-finished engineering bay. Like he said, he just should have switched strategies. I mean, he could have gone 3-hatch, for example. That's a common response to a block. What he could have done was just put down a hatchery next to the engineering bay, gone for his pull, and then put down another hatchery. All he has to do is adjust. I mean, that's a key part of StarCraft, is adjusting, to circumstances. But, obviously he knows better than we do, but I gotta say, I mean, I gotta call a spade, I mean, that was a mistake there. You don't pull 6 drones that early to kill a freaking engineering bay, alright? I mean, if there's like a bunker and like 3 Marines coming, then you think about pulling that many drones, but not if it's an engineering bay and you're a natural.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with you completely in that. I mean, that just delayed him so much early game, and now you can see that delay is really costing him. Leta has just been savaging all of these overlords, and now he's going for what looks like to be cloaks. So now he's going to try to probably start doing some drone drilling as well, which really can get annoying. And he's going to probably move this Vulture behind the mineral line and use the Wraiths as some sort of vision. That's a common thing that some players do as well. If he can snipe off a couple more drones, really, he's just got such a lead. One base Terran can really afford to do what they're doing right now, but being oh, and Cloak going in now, so we are seeing a little bit of that Vulture strategy. Overlords were in place though, and so Leta is actually caught a little bit off guard by some mutas that were popping there. And he's really got his Overlords in a good place now, but drones going down in one hit every time. Some beautiful Wraith micro we're seeing here by Leta, and this is why he can make this build work, because those Wraiths are actually very delicate, but he's able to use them so well that he can manage to just pick off drones and lose very minimal forces. So excellent play out of Leta so far, and it looks like he is going to go for that 2 racks that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this is the classic follow-up to two-port rates. There's Luxury. It is Medic Marine, and we're going to be seeing more rates coming from him, although I would actually say he hasn't done that much damage. He could do a little more damage. He certainly should have, or not should have, but he certainly would have preferred to really call himself in the lead. In fact, Luxury has done a decent job of rebuilding, or not avoiding, just avoiding damage, basically, with his position of his Mutalisk. On the other hand, though, of course, he hasn't done any kind of harassment on Leta or anything like that, and Leta might be able to expand pretty soon, or he might be able to put up a big Medic Marine attack, and he's continuing to build these rates. Very confident Leta is in his Wraith micro, and it looks like 4 Overlords going to follow around those Mutalisks, and their speed upgraded, of course, and you know, now I think Yellow Arnec feels confident he can go in for another Mutalisk, a real Mutalisk harass this time, and he's going to be facing head-on these Wraiths, and these Wraiths are going to lose this battle, I think. Wraiths are not cost-effective in one-on-one combat directly like this, but he's going to go for the Overlords? Does he dare to go for Overlords when there's 3 of them? Looks like he just cloaks up and runs past. Wow, just brilliant from Leta, though, I gotta say. I mean, he's forcing Yellow Arnec to fly back and forth, just trying to protect his Overlords and kill those Wraiths at the same time, and it's just hard to do both.
Yeah, what he was trying to do, I think, is buy a little bit of time to get his Marine medic force up a little bit so that the mutas are basically nullified and can't do the harassment that he wants to do. And as you can see, just going in against stimmed Marines and Wraith is not a good choice at all. And now, as you can see, Leta trying to pick off some more Overlords, and some very nice Mutamicro now coming out of Yellow. He's going to have to do a ton of damage with this attack to get back into this game. Leta's still on 1 base, that's one thing to note. He does not have that extra economic advantage like he had in the last game, so this is a huge factor that could play out. Of course, Yellow himself, oh, and we see a floated factory in the back of his base, which could be really bad, but I think I saw some Hydras there, so it might not do as much damage as we think. But now the Vultures are going to move in and try to pick off a couple drones here. I don't know if Yellow sees this yet, and now he does, moving Hydralisk out. These Vultures don't have speed, but again, I think all Leta's trying to do is get some economic damage done, but really he's focusing too much on his main, and this is the weirdest Terran vs. Zerg I've ever seen in my freaking life. This is the weirdest style of play out of both players, I gotta say, and I can't give either one an advantage as Luxury, or God, I don't know why I keep calling him Luxury, as Yellow keeps building up his forces, and if he can just do a little bit more damage with these, which he is, he could get back into this game, man.
And this is what I was talking about. I mean, he is so good with his Mutalisk, and he doesn't get enough credit for it, to be honest. I mean, when we think of Mutalisk, we think about July or Jaedong, but Luxury has better Mutalisk harass. I will say he has better Mutalisk harass than even his brother. Oh my God, Yellow Arnec has better Mutalisk micro than even his brother, Luxury. God damn it. You got me started.
My bad.
And wow, I mean, just look at this. He's managed to micro out against all these Cloak Wraiths and the Medic Marine with just maybe like a dozen Mutalisks constantly being reinforced. But still, that is not supposed to happen, man. And he's just too good with these Mutalisks. However, I mean, he doesn't have anything in his main. He doesn't have any drones. What the heck? I don't think he knows yet what the causes of these Vultures coming in. He's been too busy. Maybe he's thinking there was a drop or something. But he clearly doesn't know there's a factory in his main. And wow, let's just look at this dancing going on between both players here. Looks like Leta's managed to get up 2 turrets though, and this one position that Yellow has been constantly trying to take down. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's becoming very well defended. It is a decent position, but Yellow Arnec needs to maintain that perfect micro of his. You know, and here we're seeing, I think the starports will survive, and you know, Yellow Arnec still just getting baited in to die against these Medic Marine. They have +1 attack upgrade. That's actually probably why they're doing so much damage now to these Mutalisks finally. So it looks like Leta has barely won this engagement. However, he's going to be facing some stiff pressure from the front also from Yarnak.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier on in the game, where these two players were just going to have to play mind games to beat each other. This is so unconventional play out of both players. Really, just everything about this game is so weird. I can't really say anything about it other than that. I mean, you never ever see
Yeah,
this dancing between cloaked wraiths and marine and medics at the same time, and really low economic play. And I think what it's going to come down to is if Leta can get out just that critical amount of forces for marine and medics, I think he'll be just fine. As you can see, the Muta's having to come back now and take care of this so he can start mining from his main again. I think Leta's going to be able to mass up that force he's been waiting for so long and move into the main of yellow finally and maybe end this game once and for all. Really, I think that the floated factory was really a smart strategy, as I said. It's very
yeah, it was.
unconventional, and I think it threw him off, and that got him back into this game as far as losing so many units to those mutas.
Yeah, it definitely did, I gotta say. And Yellow Arnak could be in big trouble here. He needs to get some good harassment off while they're in transit. I don't know if he has any sunkens. I think he has one sunken. I don't think he has lurkers, though. And against this nice force of Medic Marine. Oh, with 4 Cloak Raids chasing. Oh, Yellow
GG!
GG's! Wow, I guess he realized he didn't have that many Mutalisks left in that clump. And Yellow, despite some amazing Mutalisk micro, goes down to Leta.